That should be better. Okay. So hi. We're gonna come on, be better about things there. It doesn't want to stay. Okay, whatever. Um, Welcome to the stream. Today I am streaming the solo version of Mothership. So we'll see if yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because I always do a little bit of fumbling around and not figuring stuff out. So we'll see how that works. um, yeah, okay. So anyway, what we're doing today is streaming the first or the solo version of Mothership. So I'm gonna show you here, wait. I gotta go to I wanna show people. Hey meow! I love you. Okay. I was gonna ask you how my audio was, but you're not listening. Tooch! Hi Tooch. Um, you can hear, right? So you can hear my voice? Can you hear the voice? Cause yeah, that's what's going on. Oops. I am currently searching for. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is da 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 da. Da. Really? You can't find it? Okay, that's weird. Hold on a sec. Sorry. Uh, I'm looking for the. I really should have done this before I went live because that would have been, made sense. But that would require me to like think ahead, and that isn't something that I can necessarily do. Okay, so anyway, here, this is what I wanted to show people. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me see if okay, so that is the browser tab. Hold on, sorry. I'm quickly adding another right. Um I don't do stuff ahead because that would be silly. That would be a very silly thing for me to do. Okay. But why does it do that? I don't understand why it does that. It doesn't like capturing my browser. Set the URL to the page you'd like to display. Okay. So we're going to try this. Cool. Okay. So there we go. This is what I am playing today. This is the solo rules for Mothership. It's $4.95 on itch. I actually got it in a bundle of things. It's written by what do you call it? Parts Per Million, which is a dude named Peter Boudin. I don't remember his last name. But anyway, this is. I don't know why this is not moving. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna do this. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. This works. Okay. Sorry, you can't see my face, but I'm showing you things. Okay, so this is, I'm using OBS because none of them really work that well. So I'm kind of using the one that most of my friends use because they can actually give me tips on how to use things. Um, yeah. Sorry, I take it that you use OBS or that you use Streamlabs. Um, I sort of like again, I wanted to use the one that most of my friends use, like the obviously not you, but other friends use these OBS so they can actually give me tips because that would be a nice thing. Okay, so $4.95 an itch. And it's by Parts Per Million. Actually, I'm gonna follow them. Parts Per Million does yeah. Parts Per Million does a bunch of solo games, and there was a big actually Humble Bundle of like a bunch of solo games by Parts Per Million. I was like, yay! Humble Bundle. So I did that. And this was one of the things. And actually, this is one of the games that attracted me to that Humble Bundle because I love Mothership so much. Mothership is a game about, well, actually, here is the Mothership uh, website. Here, wait. No. So this is a sci-fi horror RPG. So basically, on Mothership, most of the scenarios you play are you're in space and something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. And one of the really cool things about Mothership is they have this thing called a panic engine, which basically means that whenever something happens to you, you roll panic, and it's a possibility that your character does something really stupid because of the panic. And that seems realistic to me as opposed to some other horror RPGs. I mean, not naming any specific horror RPGs, but other horror RPGs where panic isn't really brought into play. It's more about how sane you are. You might know which one I'm talking about because of it. I love that horror RPG, and I play it all the time. But yes, this one is often used for like Alien or a lot of things like Event Horizon, Alien. I don't know. They compared it to some other stuff. Uh, so anyway, I've got the solo rules, which here's the come on. So I've got the solo rules. I've got and I don't actually need a set of the like actual Mothership rules. Although I might go ahead and buy uh, a physical copy because this looks pretty damn cool. Uh, and here's all the different classes you can be. I tend to be a scientist because I love scientists and science and nerds. Hey, uh, and it's really easy, which is another really nice thing about it. Um, you don't have to learn a lot of mechanics. You don't have to do a lot of math. So actually, one thing that I am going to do is there's actually here. Hold on a sec. So one of the great tools for Mothership is actually there's an app, and it's there's a there's a iPhone version and an Android version, so it works on both phones, or iPads or whatever. Uh, and it's just called the Mothership Companion app. And Mm. And it leads you through here. It leads you through the process of creating a character. So, I actually have a pre-gen for this scenario because I will admit I bought the scenario, uh, but because I have wanted to play this forever. But this is on itch. The scenario is called "There's a Goblin on the Loose in Icarus Station." Uh, I mean, you can kind of see how I would love that. And $2 on itch. I love paying creators and for their work because it's really fucking hard to do these things. And so I do have a version of this. Let's see, I have it pulled up on another thing. Okay, so but the this is the little blurb. 6 hours. Emergency systems initiated on Icarus Station, a small monitoring facility in low solar orbit. 5 hours. Icarus crew reported multiple deaths and one goblin with a knife. 4 hours. All communications went dark. 3 hours. You're hired to clear the station of threats and recover any living crew. 2 hours. You learned goblins are real. 1 hour ago, you and your team arrived in local space near Icarus Station on docking approach, and now the airlock is opening and it is time to go. So, this is what I have. I actually bought this scenario because I've looked at this scenario a million times and thought, I really want to play this scenario, but never had a good reason, and this is a good reason. So this is now how do I bring my face? Hold on, I'm gonna resize this a little bit. Can I bring my face to the front? See, this is the part that's fun. I didn't set it up real good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can order move down. Yeah, okay. So I am in front of the thing. Okay, that's good. Because this just says over here on the right, this just says the whole thing that I just read. So I can go ahead and sorry, I'm moving stuff around. Ta-da! Do that. Could do that. Oops. Stay there. No. Not that. Okay. Move me right there. Okay. Cool. So this is the crew manifest for let's see. This is the crew manifest for the Icarus. So the people who were on the station that I am going to clean up. I'm a cleaner, and I am going to come in and stab the goblin. Stab, 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 stab. The goblin, absolute little shit. Chaos incarnate, hides, laughs, and stabs. Jagged knife, torn fuselage. Mechanical vent buckler, 100 crooked teeth, wants everyone dead but likes to have fun with it. Only speaks goblin, a language you didn't know was real. Loves its little straw doll. If lost, it will always track it down. Ooh. That's good. Tab. Okay, so the only thing about solo play is that theoretically, if I was playing this, I wouldn't be able to see this part. I don't know why this doesn't. Whatever. this should show my screen, but whatever. Okay, so I am going to go on to the station and fight the goblin, clean the goblin, something with the goblin. Reason with the goblin? I don't think I can reason with the goblin. We don't have a shared language. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up my character. So I have to roll a 2d10 plus 25 for each stat. And my 4 stats are strength, speed, intellect, and combat. And because I have the app, all I have to do is click roll. And it gives me. So I have 35 strength, 31 speed, 31 intellect, and 45 combat. That makes sense for like cleaner. So I confirm. Now I have to roll a 2d10 plus 10 for each save. And there are 3 saves. The saves are sanity, fear, and body. So I hit roll again. And I have 14 sanity, 27 fear, and 19 body. And I'll explain all these when they come up in combat and play. So I hit confirm. And now I select my class. So I can select either Marine, Android, Scientist, or Teamster. The Marine gets plus 10 combat, plus 10 body save, plus 10, 20 fear save, and plus 1 wound. Android gets plus 20 intellect, minus 10 to 1 stat, plus 60 to fear save, and plus 1 wound. Scientist gets plus 10 intellect, plus 5 to 1 stat, plus 30 to sanity save, and the Teamster gets plus 5 to all stats and plus 10 to all saves. So I think I'm going to be Marine this time, which means I get plus 10 to combat, plus 10 body save, plus 20 fear save, and plus 1 wound. So I pick Marine, hit confirm. Now I have to roll 1d10 plus 10 for your health. So I roll, and I get, 20 health. And because I am a Marine, I get plus 1 wound, so I can take 3 wounds. Now you gain stress. You'll always start with 2 stress, and you gain stress over time. And you gain this makes it so I don't have to do the math. The first part of most games is kind of mathy, but you don't have to do math while playing, which is something that a lot of people really like. I'm weird and like the math because I'm weird. But anyway, so you gain stress, and you can have a minimum of 2. You always start with 2 stress. And you're going to gain stress as time goes on. There is not a maximum on stress, which is actually a really depressing thing if you think about it. There's not a maximum stress, but whatever. Okay. Take note of your class's trauma response. So, each class deals with stress and panic differently, which comes into play later in the game. The Marine has a panic trauma response. This is when I fail my fear save. Whenever you panic, when I fail my panic save. Hey, Tom. I will soon fall asleep, but I want to... Yes. Welcome. Have you ever played Mothership, Tom? /run Mothership? Because this is Mothership. I sort of, because I've been looking at this scenario for a really, really long time and thought, I've always wanted to play. It should be no surprise to pretty much anyone here that There's a Goblin Loose is a scenario that I felt immediately like spoke to me. So this scenario is $2 on itch. But and I was just explaining how the Mothership rules are Pretty simple because there's only, yes. Technically, I'm supposed to exterminate the goblin, but I plan to be as chaotic as the goblin, so uh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay, so, sorry. So the Marine, I am a Marine. There's 4 classes. Marine Scientist, Android, and Teamster. And the way you think of Teamster, because this is in space, uh, think of like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So think of like Alien and Event Horizon and stuff like that. And uh it's good stuff. It's all about the panic. I love the panic engine. So, whenever the Marine panics, thank you. Whenever your Marine panics, every nearby friendly player must make a fear save, which really super sucks if you're playing with a Marine. Let me see if I can. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna look for panic. Oops. So trauma response. Mothership classes. So let's see if da da da. Yeah, no, they're actually talking about actual trauma response. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and choose the different trauma responses. Choose the different classes to see what trauma responses I get. So, for instance, the android, fear saves made by nearby friendly parties are a disadvantage. So, an android is good to play, and the rest of the party hates you. So, I played this somewhat recently, and I was in a party of 4, so each of the 4 of us were a different class, which doesn't have to happen. You can have 2 Teamsters or 3 Marines or whatever. It doesn't matter. But each of the 4 of us happened to be a different class. We just chose that way. So the android was a very steady character because they get an increase to their panic or their fear save. Blech, I'm saying things right. They get an increase to their fear save, so they actually are pretty good at fear saves. But whenever they're near you, like in your party and near you, you have to make your fear save at disadvantage, which super sucks. Super sucks. And that makes it more likely that you'll see the other trauma responses. So if I'm a scientist... Sorry, I'm just going back and through. Okay, so the trauma response of the scientist is whenever you fail a sanity save, all friendly players gain 1 stress. So stress, as it's gained, makes it harder to save against fear. Which makes sense, right? It makes it harder to save against fear, and it makes it harder to make that panic save. So think of it like there's a scientist in your party. So I'm thinking about like movie terms. So for instance, if I was in a party with a scientist and the scientist failed their sanity save, you would start to get really worried because scientists are very sane. It generally, theoretically, which is so. Hey Tots, how are you? Thank you for coming. And we are playing a technically it's not a, it's more like a survival horror kind of thing. So, because I love horror, because I'm a weirdo. But yeah, so anyway, uh yes. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. So, the trauma response of a scientist, think about it. It would make you really worried if all of a sudden your scientist started acting erratically. So, it sort of makes sense to me that whenever they fail a sanity save, friendlies gain one stress. Again, that's only if you're nearby. So, like, if you're at the other end of the ship, doesn't matter. And then let's just look real quick. Teamster. Okay, so the Teamster has once per session you may take advantage on a panic check. Oh, that's a good one. I've actually never seen that one. So, it's interesting that the only trauma response that doesn't disadvantage your friends is the Teamster. So the scientist makes everyone take stress. The Marine makes everyone. Wait, I have to go back and choose Marine. The Marine makes everyone take a fear save. The android makes everyone take a fear save at a disadvantage anytime they take a fear save. But the Teamster is the only one that doesn't in some way hinder your friends. That's interesting. So, but anyway, in this case, I'm going to be a Marine because I think it makes sense that if I'm on like a cleanup crew, right? That's how I played by scientist in my most recent game. Was always batshit, like walking face first into danger, because that's the most fun. So again, the trauma response from the Marine: whenever you panic, every nearby friendly must make a fear save. Okay, so I confirm. So my next step is to note class skills and choose bonus skills. To take a master or expert skill, you must first take at least one of its prereqs. Okay, so the Marine has military training and athletics as a skill, or as skills, two skills, which makes sense. Bonus, one expert skill or two trained skills. So trained just means not untrained. I know, sorry, using the word in the definition, but untrained just means that you haven't done anything to them, and trained just means you've done something to them. So I go ahead and choose my select skills. So I'm trained in athletics and military training because I'm a Marine. So, whoops. Sorry. Okay, so I can take two trained skills or one expert skill. I am going to take explosives as my expert skill because that seems like it might cause the most gas. Okay, so my skills that I'm trained in military training and athletics, which means I get a +10 bonus. And I'm an expert in explosives, which means I get a +15. Okay. So, roll for your equipment, trinket, patch, and loadout. So, trinkets and patches can do things for you, or they can do things for your friends, or they can do nothing and be sort of cosmetic. And loadout is obviously going to be whatever you can, going to be a useful tool. Okay, so I roll for my trinket, and I get a taxidermied cat. Because why not? I roll for my patch, and my patch says, do your job. Now I choose between a random loadout or starting credits. Oh, hell yeah, I'm doing random loadout. Okay, random. Roll. Okay. Kano X9, battle dress. Ooh, dog. I have a dog. Dog, leash, and tennis ball. All right. And now I have to select my portrait, and I'm just going to go with a random portrait. So I roll, and this is my portrait. So that is my character. So I hit confirm. And I'm going to randomize my character name because I'm randomizing everything. Ariana Trower. I like that. And my pronouns are... I just like she, her pronouns. So I'm going to go with she / her. I always do she, her. I'm sorry. Or I could do they, them. But, okay. So now I complete my character. And here is my little character sheet. So this app is actually really, really good if you ever play Mothership. So my character name is Ariana Trower. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a Marine. I have 20 health. I can take 3 wounds, and I start with 2 stress. My trauma response is whenever you panic, every nearby friendly player, must make a fear save. Hold on a sec, sorry. Do that. Okay. I have a choice to add conditions, right there. It's mirrored. I'm having issues. Okay. But okay, so I have a choice to add conditions. I could add conditions like afraid or slow or fatigued or something like that. My strength is 35, my speed is 1, my intellect is 1, my combat is 55. I have a save for sanity of 14, for fear of 47, for body of 29. My skills are plus 10 to athletics, plus 15 to explosives, plus 10 to military training. And I have a choice to add skills if I want. And I have a combat shotgun. It causes 1 wound at close range. Okay. I have fatigues, so it adds 2 to my armor class. And I have 120 credits, a dog, a leash, a tennis ball, a trinket, and a patch. My trinket is a taxidermied cat. And my patch says, do your job. And you can add contractors. That is for a longer mission. So like a campaign if you want to do instead of a one-shot. But for that, you actually need to buy the Pro companion app. Which is $2.99. It looks like a one-time. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Wait, sorry. Go back. Okay. So that's your contractors. They have a list of all the things you can buy if you get to a trader that has them. tools and armor and weapons and that kind of thing. They have a dice roller, which is, and it's very easy. All you have to do is click the button. So like for instance, if I have to make a save, I click save. It gives me options of what kind of save I want to do, and if I can use any of my skills, and if I have advantage or disadvantage. So for instance, let's say I make a body save, something blows up near me, I have to make a body save, and I can use my explosive skill. So I'm going to roll that. My body save is, since I can use the skill that I'm an expert in, so that's plus 15. So my body save is normally plus, or my body save is normally 29. My body save is normally a 29. So plus 15 is a 44, right? Does that work? Yes. Yeah. Okay. And so I rolled a 31. So that's success. So basically what you're rolling is a D100 or 2D10s. They have D100s. They're big round things and they almost have no facets, so they're almost useless. But you can use D10s instead. Hold on a sec, let me show you. So I'm just getting out my dice bag. Come on. This is my dice bag that my friend made me. Very, very sweetly. She made me a dice bag. And look at the little charms on the end of the it's a little toggle cord. So it like that. Okay, so I'm looking for some D10s. Okay, so that one you won't be able to see. That's a D8. There's a D10. Okay, these are just random dice from a bag I just pulled. Okay, so the other way you can do a D100 is you can roll 2D10s. And you see how this one has numbers in tens. So like 50, 90 instead of 5 and 9. And this one just has numbers. So like 1 and 7 and 5 or 3. So you roll both of these at once. So for instance, I got on this green one, I got an 80, so that's 80. And on this turquoise one, I got a 2, so that's 82. And a lot of people wonder, yeah, go ahead. Take care of yourself. That is always very important to me, is that people take care of themselves. So if you need to stretch or get a drink of water, go to the bathroom at any point, go ahead and do it. We love our lurkers here. Another thing that a lot of people wonder about is there is since these are D10s, they go from 1 to 10. But they didn't write it as 10. So on this one here, they usually have a special symbol in the tens place. Do you see how that's like a little sun symbol? These, by the way, are deco dice, if you want to look them up. And so that is the 0. On a more these are like special because they're sort of fancy, but on a more here's one. Okay, so this is sort of just a regular chess die. Okay, so you can see how it has the single numbers. So the 10 on this one is just a 0. So whenever you roll 2d10 and you get 0 on, 0 on this one and 0 on the other one, that's a 100. Usually that means, okay, usually when games are 2d10 or a d100, it means you want to get low. So usually golf rolls instead of like basketball, tennis, whatever. Usually want to get the lower score. So, and this is no different. In Mothership, you want to get below. So like for instance, if I had to roll strength, my strength is a 35. What I need to do is I need to roll under a 35. So what this does when I just press the buttons is it rolls that d10 for me and tells me whether it's success or failure. So let me see what it looks like if I get success. The only difference is for panic. Panic, so the stress goes up, remember? And stress going up is bad, which kind of makes sense. So you want to get over your stress. So for instance, I just rolled a panic roll, and I failed with a 1 because remember my stress is 2. And so I get the condition laser focus. I have plus something on all rolls for the next 2d10 minutes. And so if I was playing with the game master would actually use those minutes, like use a clock to use a clock to keep track of those minutes in game. Sometimes the game master can choose to say, okay, in game and out of game, it's going to be a certain number of minutes. And that's always fun because you actually have to act like the characters in game. You can't plan too much because every minute in game, out of game is also a minute in game. Okay. So that is my first character. So let's see, can let's see. So for the Lone Star rules, okay, solo, Gordon, key ideas. Closed question. Okay, so when you want to do a solo game, use Doom. Actually, if you have a warden, use Doom too, but I have to roll Doom because I'm playing by myself. Okay. Hi, Strix. Thanks for coming. Okay. So open questions. They're talking about the different senses. Okay. I suggest you create a crew to accompany you on your adventures. I am not suggesting you try and roleplay an entire party, which would suck. Your crew is an important part of Mothership. If someone panics, that could ripple through your entire crew. Like I said, if the android fails, or the android makes everybody take fear saves at disadvantage. So, that kind of thing. You affect each other. So once you have them, create a behavior and personality for them using the following table. Roll 5d10, 1 die per column. Okay, so I'm going to make a crew of 3 more people. What do you think? So let's do... in my notebook. So let's make 3 more people. What do you say? Okay, so I am going to... Let's see. Okay, so I have to stat up 3 different people first. So here's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I don't see a way to add more characters to this. So I am just going to... characters. Oh, you can. Okay, so I went to settings, and I can create more characters. So, I need the pro companion, which I don't really want to, I don't have right now. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to export this Ariana Trower. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay, you need the companion app for all these things. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to make Ariana Trower. I'm going to write down her stats here. So, Ariana is a Marine. Again, I should have done this first, but whatever. We're doing it now. We can do this next week too. So I have 20 health. I can take up to 3 wounds. I have 2 stress. Actually, let's do this way. I'm going to make a new sheet. Da-da-da. All right, so we're going to do... I love Google Sheets. So name first, and then we're going to do, let's see, health, max, then we're going to do wound, whoops, wound max. Can everybody see that? that better? That might be better. Hold on a sec. Let me see. How about that? Okay, so then we're going to do health max, wound max, trauma response, wait, I'm going to take that. Okay, so your stats are strength, speed, intellect, and combat. Okay, and your saves are sanity, fear, and body. And let's see. Skills. Oops. Weapons, armor, equipment. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, oops, I'm going to freeze that row. Okay, so my first person is Ariana. Oh, insert left. I'm gonna make that class. Okay, so Ariana is a Marine. Actually, here, sorry, I'm gonna do this so you can see it better. So the health max is 20. The wound max is 3. Hold on a sec, let me look up trauma response. Trauma response. So whenever you panic, every nearby friendly must save for fear. And I do this. Da-da-da-da. And I want to wrap with that. Okay. So strength, whoops, is 35. Speed is 31. Intellect is 31. And combat is 55. Sanity is 14. Again, you want to roll above that one. Fear is 47. And body is 29. Skills. So athletics plus 10. Military plus 10. I'm not going to say military training. And then explosives is plus 15. Oh, it already wrapped it. That's nice. Okay. Tab. Oh, no, it didn't. Just kidding. So we've got to wrap this one too. Okay. Actually, let's make everything wrapped. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna wrap everything and center it. Okay. So let's see, weapons. My phone keeps going to sleep. Okay, weapons is combat shoddy. So combat shotgun. 1 wound close range. And that's good because I love shotguns. Armor is fatigues, which gives me AP 2. Equipment, actually I don't think we need to do equipment for everybody. I'll just do it for Ariana. So 120 credits, dog, leash, tennis ball, trinket. Oh, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, whoops, equipment, trinket, and patch. Okay, so my trinket is a taxidermied cat, which I love. And my patch says, wait, my patch says, do your job. So that's just flavor. Okay, so now I'm going to, so let's see, go to characters. So I'm going to get rid of her. Okay, so now I create a new character. So I begin with strength, speed, and intellect. Okay, so my strength, so for each of these I roll 2d10 plus 5, 25. So let's see. Should I actually do it? I could actually do it. Brian! Hi, Brian. Thanks for coming. We're playing Mothership. Oh, I had one more thing that I wanted to mention. Don't ask me why you made me think of it, but I did. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I have a Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, and that means you can leave me tips. And what I'm going to do is any tips that y'all donate during this stream, I am going to then take that money and donate part of it back to the creators of the game and the module and the solo rules and stuff like that. And again, I'll do a bunch of math that will be confusing. But I'll do a bunch of math. I will donate part of what gets donated during this stream, most of it, honestly. Most of it will go to the creators because I really enjoy what they've done and it makes it so much easier to have this done for me. And that means I believe that people should be paid for their work. So anyway, that's something I'm going to do that I forgot to mention before now. Okay, so strength, speed, and int. Okay, so I am going to, I definitely just put my d10s away because I'm an idiot. Looking for my d10s. Okay, so I've got the fun looking D10 that you guys definitely won't be able to read because it looks like this. Like you can see the number there. So actually these are it's a set of dice that I kickstarted, and all those little things are skulls. So it looks a little bit like, I think it looks like a little bit like Paris Catacombs. Yes, I can do that. Actually, if you, I think it should be down below. I should have a link for tips, but I can also do this. Hold on a sec. Oh, okay. Yes. I will also do this. Okay. Hold on a sec. That means I need to find my Ko-Fi. Hold, please. Okay. Log in. You don't get to look at my login stuff. Sorry. Do I have a, yes, terms and conditions, blah blah blah. Actually, I haven't logged into my Ko-Fi for a while, but your page is live here. Okay, so open, copy link. Okay, so oops. When does that? Okay, so donate there. So it's here. Wait, I'm gonna take the HTTPS off of it. : / because you actually don't need to put that in. Okay, so that is. Wait, why didn't it do? Why didn't it do it? Okay, so there. Okay, so that is my Ko-Fi link. It's giant. I'm sorry. Let's make it smaller. Okay, so that's there. And we'll go back to that and that. Okay. I have not created my character yet, Tooch. I'm sorry. Character creation is taking a little longer than expected because these things, again, with the whole planning thing or lack thereof, but we're working on creating a character, and I am going to create. I mean, Matt, you were always a goblin, right? But I'm going to create a character, and that means that we are going to oh, that deserves a, that's a groaner. As my family says, that is a groaner, Jeremy. Um okay. So I am finding, but here I am finding D10s, and looking in my desk bag for the D10. That's D8. That's a D10. Okay, these are D10s. So I have to show you this D10 because it's actually really cool. I kind of love it. Maybe I can have a possum on a stick. I have to find stats for a possum on a stick, but I have to create a crew because what you can do, Tooch, is the crew actually like influences your well-being and how well you roll. And so they can make you panic because people make you panic. People panicking is what happens. So, but uh, uh, sorry, I'm trying to think of possum on a stick. There's probably like a club that I could use a possum on a stick. Uh, onto the crew of the USS Enterprise. I could cause some real chaos that way, and I am very excited to do that. Maybe I'll play a mothership scenario at some point where I go to the USS Enterprise and just fuck everything up because that's kind of what I do. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Distraction, right? Never happens. So this, I did want to show you these dice. So these are dice that are made by my friend, Rosie, and she is Odd Duck Dice. And I will post a link. Where can I post a link? Um, hmm. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll post a link somewhere. But these are dice. I have a few sets because I'm a dice goblin. And these are by Odd Duck Dice. You can see the Odd Duck, little Odd Duck logo for the top number. This is a D10, so that's D0. But as you can see, these dice I actually won because she was giving them away for. Oh, I have to make you a VIP to do that. I'm sorry, Jeremy. Can you send it to who is a VIP? I don't have a lot of VIPs. I'm sorry. I don't. I haven't been streaming that long, so they're like, you can't have more than 10 VIPs. And I'm like, but I know more than 10 people. Where did I just put that? Okay, it's in here. I actually won these because she was doing a giveaway for supporting Ukraine. So this was like at the very beginning of when stuff kicked off over there, and so that's why these are blue and yellow. And she has molds that do the numbers in this cool font too, and then she always has the Odd Duck logo. So anyway, that is one of my D10s. Here, would you like to see my dice bag? Oh, right, I showed people my dice bag. Anyway, there's my dice bag. Oh, there's another D10. I'm trying to find one that has the zeros. And of course, now I can't find one. Never mind. I can use. Okay, so I'm gonna use those as the ones with the zeros. Okay, so this is. I'm rolling actual dice this time. I know, crazy. So here's my dice. Okay, so. Oh, I just need 2d10. Okay, I forgot. So, for these stats, for the strength, the speed, and the int, that is 2d10 plus 25. Put that there. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the line. I'm going to do 3 strengths, 3 speeds, and 3 ints. Okay, so I rolled 6 plus 10 is 16 plus 25 is 30, 41. Jeez. Is that right? 16 plus 25. Yeah, 41. Okay. Why Mr. Road really low for Ariana? Okay, speed. So I'm gonna do. Sorry, I'm gonna go down the line. Okay, so this is 4 plus 7 is 11. Plus 25 is 36. Okay. And this is 4 plus, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 25 is 30. Okay, so now I do 3 speeds. Okay, that's a 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 25 is 33. Okay, so that is a 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 25 is 35. That one was easy. And now I've got 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 25 is 34. Okay, now int. These are all 2d10 plus 25. That was cocked. Okay, 7. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 25 is 33. 33. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so that is a 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 25 is 37. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 25 is 33. Right? Yes. Okay, and then combat. Two plus 9 is 11, plus 25 is 36. Five plus 10 is 15, plus 25 is 40. Sorry, 40. Counting in my head. And then last one. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 25 is 35. Okay, so the next rolls I have to make are saves. So sanity, fear, and body. And for those, I did roll 2d10 again and add 10. Okay, so 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 10 is 18. Uh, 6 plus 10 is 16, plus 10 is 26. Jeez, that's really high. Um, 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 10 is 19. Okay, and fear. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 10 is 22. Yeah. Wait, how did I get 47? For fear. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I'm going to say that that's 24 instead, because I just used the app and rolled it. Okay, so 5 plus 7 is 11. Your face is a lot of VIPs. 5, sorry, I'm losing my 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 10 is 22. Seven plus 8 is 15, plus 10 is 25. 2 plus 3, yeah, that's a 3. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 10 is 15. That's really low. Okay, body. So body is again... Body is again 2d10 plus 10. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 10 is 14. That's really low. Maybe that's our scientist. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 10 is 16. Jeez. Low body crew. Cleanup crew. Phoenix! I don't know. I did go live though. I think. I think people are watching me right now. I think, right? Yeah. So we're playing Mothership, and we're playing the solo rules for Mothership. And right now I'm doing character creation because I have to, right? Twitch just I have to do because the crew can influence each other's roles. I think so. You're hearing me, right, Matt? Right? Right? Right now? Right? Uh-huh. Because the crew can influence each other's roles, so you need to have like whole crew. Okay, so I'm doing 3 more. So wait, 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 10 is 21. Cutting your gravity or something like that. Anyway, skills. Oh, I think I have to do class next. Hold on a sec. Yes. Okay, so select class. So, the 4 classes, remember, are Marine, Scientist, Android, and Teamster. So let's see. And, I mean, I'm sort of looking at the numbers, these numbers that we chose right here, and deciding what class it should be. But that is not, again, something that you have to do. So, like, for instance, even if you have, like, a really low body, you could choose to be a Marine. It's just, it's all about player choice. So, okay. So, let's decide what class the first person should be. Well, the first person is Marine. Second person. Strength, speed, int, and combat. Okay, so strength, speed, int, and combat. Again, does that make sense? To have a 55 combat, 2d10 plus 25? No. Why did I have... I'm gonna re-roll that. I don't know why it gave me those numbers. Maybe I read them wrong. Okay, 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 25. Yeah, so 7 plus 25 is 32. Okay, better. Okay, so that's my Marine is 35, 31, 31, and 32. So I think I'm gonna make this other person a Marine too. 36, 35, 37, 40. I'm going to have that person... What do you guys think? Should that person be an android or a scientist? I'm just thinking because of the high int. I'm going to go with android. And then this last person, because again, I'm thinking this is a cleanup crew, right? So this last person, I'm kind of thinking they should be an android too. Because a crew of 2 Marines and 2 androids just kind of makes sense. Or maybe 3 androids and 1 Marine. So what if I made that person an android too? So I'm the only actual, like, human on the ship. Again, depending on whether you consider androids. We're not going to talk about, like, we're not going to go there. Whether androids have souls or human or whatever, right? Okay, so, actually, nah, I'm gonna stick with that person being Marine. Okay. Because that means that these people get 3. So androids are only going to get 2 wounds. And did I not put stress in? I'm sorry, just looking. Yeah, I didn't. That's weird. Okay, so insert 1 right. This is going to be stress. That's going to be with this. Stress start /max. So that'll be 2/2. 2/2. I think for the androids, it's going to be 2/2 as well. Oh, I know why it did weird things to the numbers. Because Marines get +10 and minus whatever. So we'll figure it out. So Marines, okay. So the first 2 Marines, the second are androids. Okay, so Marines get +10 to combat. So that means that this one is going to be a 42. And this one is going to be a 46. They get a +10 to the body save. So that's going to be a 39. And that's going to be a 24. And they get +20 to fear saves. So that's going to be a 44. And that's going to be a 42. And you get +1 wound. Okay. Because the basic wound max is 2. Does that make sense to everyone? So I just added, because of the class, I added to certain stats. Okay, so an android, so the androids are the last 2, right? So 1, 3, and 4. So androids get +20 to intellect. So 37 plus 20 is 57. 33 plus 20 is 53. They get -10 to 1 stat. So we have to pick one. So I'm just going to arbitrarily make this a 25. So that's -10 to speed. And this one is going to have minus 10 to strength. Just arbitrary. And then, whoa, plus 60 to fear save. So 60 plus 25 is 85. And 15 plus 60 is 75. Yes. And plus 1 wound. Oh, they get 3 wounds as well. Okay, so that's 3. And that is also 3. Okay. 1d10 plus 10 for your health. So I'm rolling a d10. And I got 8. So 8 plus 10 is 18. 8 plus 10 is, or 3 plus 10 is 13. Whoops, not 132. And then 5 plus 10 is 15. Okay. Roll. You'll always start with 2 stress. You can stress over time. So they're all gonna start with 2/2. 2/2. Enter 2/2. Okay, so the trauma response is the same for the second one. Okay, so the android's trauma response is fear saves by nearby friendlies are at disadvantage. And I'm just going to write, now I'm just going to write disadv because I'm lazy. So fear saves, okay. No class skills and choose bonus skills. Okay. So remember, over here at skills, okay, so the Marine has training in athletics and military, military strategy or whatever it is. I don't remember. Which is a plus 10. But then they have expertise in one other skill or 2 more trained skills. So for this person, let's say that they have, I don't know what Rimres and 0G are. 0G I think is moving in like no gravity. So what I'm going to do, okay, so 2 of the skills that I can choose are jury rigging and industrial equipment. So I'm going to just say that this person has jury rigging at plus 10. Industrial equipment at plus 10. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2 more trained skills for them. The androids, they start out with math plus 10, computers plus 10, and linguistics at plus 10. And let's see. Okay. Okay. Same thing. One expert or two trained skills. So I'm going to make this android hacking at plus 15. So that means they're an expert in hacking. And the other android is going to be just for shits and giggles. The other android is going to have training in chemistry and botany. Okay, so chemistry at plus 10. Oops. And botany at plus 10. So they're trained in chemistry and botany. Sweet. Okay, I'm just gonna fully stat out these people. Okay, so roll for trinket. Okay, so this other person is going to have a pamphlet, Zen and the Art of Cargo Arrangement. The first android is going to have a trench shovel. And the fourth person is going to have a fleece-lined hooded parka. All right. The second Marine is going to have a patch that says allergic to bullshit. It's a medical style patch. These are kind of just flavor. The first android is going to have a patch that says fuck forever. With roses on it. And the last android is going to have a patch that says, oh, that's creepy as fuck. Smile. Big brother is watching. Okay, great, cool. All right, so we're gonna do random loadouts. Okay, so the first person is going to have that makes utterly no sense. I'm gonna roll again. Huh, they won't let you roll again. Okay, so the first person is gonna have crew attire and a VIP corporate key card. It won't let me choose again. So I'm gonna have to go through and do this again. Confirm. Okay, so now we're gonna do names and pronouns. Okay, so name, pronouns. So that's Ariana Trower. Is she her? The next person is going to be Jeremiah Bolton. And I'm just going to say he's he, him. The next person is going to be Dwayne, not The Rock. Armus. And he's going to be he, him. And the last person is going to be Emmeline Leeds. And they're going to be they, them. Okay. So Ariana and Jeremiah are the Marines, and Dwayne and Emmeline are the androids. Okay. So hold on a sec. Let me see if I can do some. Okay, so I'm going to the equipment. Okay. Roscoe SS6, which I have no idea what that is, but I bet it's a weapon. So Roscoe SS6. Crew attire. And this person also has a headlamp. A satchel. And a lunchbox. Right. I love spreadsheets so much. And I'm kind of... I used to teach in my college classes. I used to teach my uh, uh, fellow students how to use spreadsheets because surprisingly a lot of people were like, "How do I do this?" And I was like this. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through this real fast. Confirm, roll. Okay, explosives. Okay, so my random loadout. Okay. A ram horn. That's fun. Whoops. Battle dress. I love how Emmeline has a ram horn battle dress and a boarding axe. I think they also have the lowest strength, so that's fun. Confirm. Okay, so okay, standard battle dress. Oops. Has AP of 7. Speed normal includes short range comms. AP 7 includes short range. Whoops. I forgot that I had caps lock on. Includes short range comms. Okay. I assume crew attire does nothing. Yeah. So, let's do this. Crew attire gives you AP. Whoops. Not SP. AP 1. And this is also crew attire. Okay. Okay. Weapons. Okay, so the Roscoe SS6 is not on the weapons table, so I'll put that somewhere. Boarding axe. So boarding axe. How did I do this weapon? Wound and then close range. Okay, so boarding axe. Shit, does 2d10 damage. Crit gore. Score. Which means I have no idea. And range is adjacent. Nope, saw it. Okay. Let me look at the... Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at these tables. So actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do combat shotgun. And the boarding axe. boarding X. Let's see. The Roscoe. Wait. Amforth boarding X? What? That's weird. Okay, I'm looking for what a Roscoe SS6 is. Okay, it's not in the equipment. It's not in the firearms. It's not in the melee weapons. So, what the fuck is that? Sorry, I'm just looking at the various... Oh, shit. Okay. So Ramhorn is a flamethrower. Fuck. I'm just gonna take that away because she's already got the boarding axe. And I'm gonna give him the flamethrower. How about that? So I'm gonna give him the flamethrower. Cool. Okay, so, oh, the Roscoe SS6 is a nail gun. So I'm gonna give him the nail gun. Okay, so, I've got one of those. I've got a comeback shotgun. Come on. I've got a flamethrower. I think I already did the flamethrower. Wait, hold on a sec. Yeah, flamethrower, boarding axe. Boarding axe, combat shotgun. So I can actually get rid of the flamethrowers. Get rid of one of the flamethrower. Come on. Okay, whatever. Get rid of one of the boarding axes. Do I have them? Yeah. Get rid of one of the boarding axes. Get a nail gun. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I have flamethrower, combat shotgun, boarding axe, and nail gun. That works. Okay. Standard battle dress. Crew attire. No equipment. Okay. And fatigues. I wonder if uh, I feel like um, the standard battle dress would be fatigues. You know what I mean? Wait, hold on a sec. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it standard battle dress. Oops. Okay, so standard. Whoops. Standard dress. AP 7. Actually, I'm not gonna do that whole thing. So crew attire, standard battle dress. Okay. Okay, so everybody statted out. Cool. Okay, so my player character is going to be Ariana Trower. So I'm going to do this. It's hard to see. I'm going to do that. Yes. By the way, I have everything. The reason it looks different from what you may see is that I have an app, or I have an extension on my Firefox that makes everything dark because my eyes don't do well with light stuff. So anyway, it looks different than you may normally see it. Um, all right. So now I'm gonna look at the solo rules. Lone Star solo rules, not that one. Where did my... That's weird. I have no idea what that went. Okay, so let's... I have to open them up again. Great. Da, 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 da. Sorry, hold please while I just find this. Did I put it in? I put, shoot. I don't know where the loans, where it is. Okay, hold on a sec. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why it put it away, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going down to Lone Star. This is the thing about solo. I don't care. Closed questions, open questions. Okay, so managing your crew. Okay, here it is. Personality tables. So once you have them, create a behavior and personality for them using the follow table. So each of these columns is going to be 1d10. I don't know why that has a weird thing on it. Okay. Okay. Each of these columns is going to be 1d10. So I am going to roll for each of these guys. So 3 times personality comes across as can be a bit sometimes. Okay, so do one more, sorry. Okay, so personality comes across as was it sometimes and a bit? Can be a bit sometimes. Okay. So can be a bit and then sometimes. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so let's see. Whoops. Let me add another, hold on, I'm going to add another source. Da-da-da-da. My mouse is going crazy. Window capture. Okay. And this one is going to be that. Okay. So we're just going to put them next to each other. Cool, cool. Okay. So, this is me. So, those don't count for the PC, for the player character, because I'm me. Okay. But we're gonna do for the rest of them. So, hold on a sec. Let me grab one more D3 or D10. Okay. Okay. So the first one is 5. So that is a problem solver or a fixer. So Jeremiah is a problem solver fixer, and that is their personality. Dwayne is also a problem solver fixer, so that is kind of a problem. And Emmeline is living off past glories. Okay, so Jeremiah comes across as 8. Really? Jeremiah comes across as indecisive. You know what? I'm gonna make that someone else. I think Dwayne comes across, or Emmeline comes across as indecisive. Okay, Jeremiah, I've got a 5 and another 8. Oh. Okay, so Jeremiah comes across as curious. And Dwayne is going to also come across as indecisive. Okay. I keep rolling doubles. So now we go. Can be. Jeremiah can be precise. Dwayne can be either romantic or dedicated. I'm going to say dedicated. And Emmeline could be romantic. Okay. Let's see. I keep rolling doubles. I don't know why. Okay, so Jeremiah can be a bit careless. Actually, no, Jeremiah can be a bit callous. Oops. Dwayne can be a bit careless. Actually, I'm going to say he's callous too. And Emmeline is careless. And then last roll. Okay. 2, 4, 9. Okay, so blunt, timid, or pessimistic. So I'm going to say blunt. Oops. Keep hitting tab. Timid and pessimistic. Okay. So, Jeremiah is a problem solver or fixer. That's his personality. He comes across as curious, but he can be precise. Sometimes he's he can be a bit callous, and sometimes he's blunt. Dwayne is also a problem solver, but he's indecisive. He comes across as indecisive. He can be really dedicated. He's a bit callous, and sometimes he's timid. And Emmeline is living off past glories. We can decide what that means. She comes across as indecisive. She can be romantic. She's a bit careless, and sometimes she's pessimistic. Okay. Make sure that you include the number. Okay, so make sure you include the number for their personality. Okay, so problem solver, which was that? That was 5. So 5, problem solver. Problem solver. And living off past glories is 2. So 2, living off past glories. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of that fixer part. Okay. Okay, at the top of the scene, I rolled 1d10 for each crewmate. So if I roll a 0, the character acts out of character negatively. 1, the character behaves negatively. 2, something from the character's backstory negatively influences their action. 3, the character indulges or specifies their ignoble facet of their character. 4, the character takes the easiest and safest possible option for them. 5, the character acts following their current desire or to preserve their well-being. 6, the character uses an aspect they're comfortable with or a skill, profession, tactic, or similar. 7, the character expresses a noble facet of the character. 8, draw a new behavior, play any behavior, interpret it positively as the character's action. Or 9, the character acts out of character positively. If the number you have rolled is less than their personality number, increase your roll by 1. If the roll is greater than their personality number, decrease your roll by 1. Meaning crew members tend to behave true to their personality, while also having flexibility. Interesting. Okay. So, one of the warden's tasks normally is to create opening scene from which your adventure evolves. Scenes in solo play are more important. If you think of a regular game session, each time the warden skips a block of time, one scene ended and another started. Think of it as if a movie director had shouted cut. You will instinctively decide when your scenes start and end if you walk from one end of your ship to the other, and you role-played imagine the entire journey that is one continuous scene. Scenes are important for a couple reasons in solo play. Where a warden would have game or campaign notes, you will keep a few lists. One of these will be scene lists. This list will serve as a storyboard for your adventures. It will help you keep fast straight. Scenes are not created in advance as a warden would. They are created as needed. At the start of a new scene, you'll roll 60-10 and record the results. These serve 3 purposes. Write down the 6 numbers as single 0 to 9 digits, and then write them down as 00 to 99 results using adjacent pairs. Oh, so, okay. So 201339 will also be 21, 13, 33, and 39. Because it sounds cool, rather than long list of numbers. Okay. Unused numbers from previous scenes are left in the blockchain. Okay. So when the solo rules call for a dice roll, you will take numbers from your blockchain rather than physically rolling dice. If your blockchain runs out of numbers, you will roll another set of 60-10 and add them to the end of your blockchain. Cool. Okay. So at the start of a scene, you're going to roll the blockchain. Then you take the next D10 from your blockchain. If it is below your current doom, the scene has been subverted. See below. And create 2 facts. Take the next 4 D10s and generate 2 facts. Record these facts in your game notes. Okay, a subverted scene is not how or what you expected. The scene becomes a plot twist. Imagining your character and any crew in that location, you imagine your character's actions and conversations. Where Mothership character skill tests are called for, you use the genuine skill. You do not use closed question to see if you fixed the situation of a whole. Use Mothership for Mothership and the question tools for the parts that the warden would create. The scene continues until you recognize a natural end or fade to black. It is useful to keep a list of scenes. Okay, so I'm going to call that characters. And the next one, I'm going to add another sheet. I'm going to call this scenes. Okay, So for scene, you want to have location, action, NPCs, and entrance, exit. Actually, I'm going to put entrance in one and exit in the other. Okay. Oh, and then, of course, Doom. Here, we'll make that Doom. Okay. Okay. Awesome. All those other NPCs, not your crew. Okay, so I'm gonna create a sheet for NPCs. NPCs. Okay. And that has location, class, and saves, skills, and loadout. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna look at. Okay, so like these are the other NPCs. Z Benson, M Alessandro, H Reed, and S Work. So actually, I don't need this one. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Go away. Yes. Okay. Plots. I have no idea where my story is going, but I want to put a goblin in chains or dead or something. I don't know. Space him. Okay, we're just gonna try this. Oh, I'm gonna real quickly read about clocks. An event-driven clock is one that online counts down when certain events happen. Imagine your character sneaking around an alien spaceship. Every time you fail to be quiet, you tick the clock one segment. Every time you do something that could be noticed, such as forcing a hatch, hiding a body in a locker, you tick down the clock. Okay, so, and then time different clocks. Time different clocks. Plot clocks. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to try it. Let's do it. Okay. So I'm going to put that right there. So here is the map. Map. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. Okay. So this is Icarus Station. Let's see. The X's are the dead bodies. The red X's. The blue X's are the alive people. I'm going to come in through this airlock. Oops. Okay, so this is, let's see. So communications. Oh, okay. So I find I receive a transmission from Icarus Station that they have uh, been infiltrated. I don't know what it's by. Oh, no, wait, I do know what it's by. Because 3 hours ago, I was hired to clear the station of threats and recover any living crew. And 2 hours ago, I learned goblins are real. 1 hour ago, me and my team arrived in local space near Icarus Station on docking approach. And now the airlock is opening and it's time to go. So the scene opens. The scene opens as we. Here, wait. Okay. Sorry, just move things around. Okay. The scene opens as we dock with the Icarus Station. So my ship docks with the Icarus Station. Do I know what my ship is called? I don't know what my ship is called. Okay. Real quick, we're going to use one of my favorite tools. We're going to use one of my favorite things, fantasy name generator. So, do I have spaceship names? Yeah, but I have robot names. Let's see. Would that be oh, this might be. How about this? Satellite names. Okay. I kind of like that. Okay, so that's my ship. Okay, so my ship docks with Icarus Station. The airlock opens. Oops, that should not be the airlock. Opens, and we debark. If I can spell debark. One sec. Let me wrap everything. Okay. Okay. So this is in the Icarus Station airlock. All right. So when I walk into the airlock, the four of us, so Ariana, Jeremiah, oops, Dwayne, and Emmeline. When we walk into the airlock, we find that it's old but functional. 2 worn vac suits, or an array of old tools used for hull repairs, are scattered inside, on the counters, on the floor, anywhere. Somebody was clearly trying to get off this ship. We see an inner doorway. We move through it. The door leads to the communications array. Deep space radios are in line the walls of the communications chamber. The windows in the inner wall, so windows here, look into the common room. In here is where we find our first dead body. Wyrick, we've been briefed on all of the people in here. So S. Wyrick lies dead on the floor in comms. So I'd like to do, I would like to find, we see that he's slumped in a pool of blood against the outer wall. So against this wall. His severed arm is on the control panel. There's an inner door over here and a vent right here. So what I'm going to do, oh, I forgot to do the first thing, which was, sorry, okay. So first I roll 60-10. Okay, so I rolled a 6, a 0, a 0. Apparently I'm rolling a bunch of doubles. And a 1 and a 6 and a 6, which means that I rolled 60, 0, 1, and 66. Okay, so I've got 6 single digits. I've got 6 single digits and 3 double digit numbers. Or one of them is actually a single digit, but it's got a 0, 1. Okay, so wait, I need that. Okay. So let's see. I need to take the next D10 roll from your blockchain. Okay, so the next D10 roll was a 6. So if it is below your current doom, this scene has been subverted. It is not, because I think my doom is at 0. Hold on a sec. Let me look at doom. Okay, so doom starts at 0 and is tracked throughout your game. Every time you roll a 55, 66, 77, 88, or 99, doom increases by 1. Doom gets periodically reset. Okay, so I'm going to keep track of my doom. So my doom is at 0, which means that I rolled over my doom. Okay. So doom has not been subverted. So I do not have a plot twist happen. But I'll just tell you that doom did not go up. Okay. Create 2 facts. Take the next 4 d10s and subtract and record these facts in your game notes. Good night, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so I'm going to look at facts. Sorry, hold on a sec. Whoops, not that. Go away. Facts. Okay, I think I just went around in a circle. Okay, so closed questions are often used to establish facts. Okay, so I guess I just have to make up these facts. Because I don't think this shows facts. Sorry, hold on a sec. Nope. Okay. So I just have to make these up. Okay. So I'm going to say that one fact is that there's a dead body in the corner. Whoops. And another fact is that this room, this room smells of blood. So where should I write my facts? I'm gonna put whoops. I'm gonna put the facts here. So here's my facts. Okay, so dead body in the corner. This room smells of blood. Okay. So remember, we're in comms. Oh, actually, because oh, I know. Never mind. I know what a good fact is. I'm gonna say the goblin is in the equipment room. Okay. All right, so those are my facts. Whoops, I scrolled past it. Here we go. Okay, subverted scenes. So we don't have a subverted scene yet. So first I'm going to do crew behavior. So here, wait. Nope. So I'm going to, it doesn't have a, whatever. All right, so at the top of the scene, I roll 1d10 for each crewmate. So let me do this. I'm saving this in another place so that I can just get back to it. Save and down, here, wait. No, I want downloads. Okay, so I'm saving it in downloads. Okay, which means okay. Okay, so at the top of the scene, I roll 1d10 for each crewmate. Okay. So I've got 3 crewmates, and I've got 1d10 for each of them. Okay, so Jeremiah indulges or expresses a vice or ignoble facet of their character. So let's see. Jeremiah's character let's see. He's a problem solver. But it's got to be a vice or I know what happens. Okay, so he's a problem solver, but he's going to express a vice. What that means is, oops, go away. What that means is he's going to say, oh, well, we know exactly what happened. Based on the fact there's a dead body over there, we know exactly what happened. Wait. I don't need to know anything more about this scene or anything more about what happened on this spaceship, says Jeremiah. I just already know exactly what I need to do. So that's what he does. Let's see. Dwayne, on the other hand, the character acts following their current desire to preserve their well-being. Dwayne, let's see. Okay, so Dwayne is also indecisive. So how about Dwayne says, you know, guys, maybe this isn't such a great idea. Maybe we should come back with more weapons or more backup. Uh, he sees the dead body and he says, maybe this isn't such a great idea, guys. Maybe we should wait until somebody else comes to help. Because even though we're a cleanup crew, we have not been, the four of us have not been together, have not been working as a cleanup crew for a long time. Each of the individuals, well, no, I'll say that Ariana and Jeremiah, as Marines, have a lot of training in these kinds of situations. But Dwayne and Emmeline, not so much. They're just kind of, sorry. They're just kind of, you know, they did this because they needed the money. I mean, don't we all get that, right? And then Emmeline, each. Draw new behavior, play any behavior, interpret it positively as the character's new action. I'm not sure exactly what that means. So, sorry, hold on. I'm going to try to find something else. I'm going to look for behavior. Each NPC has a base behavior or personality type. This governs their actions during game. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll again for Emmeline. This time I rolled a 1. So she's inept. She blames others. She's a shirker. So somehow I need to interpret it positively as the character's action. So I am going to say that Emmeline agrees with Dwayne. She thinks we should just get the fuck off this space station. That we should let someone else take care of it. Because maybe we're not the most experienced. Ariana and Jeremiah, on the other hand, really, well, all of them really want this money, but Ariana and Jeremiah think that we can take care of this. I think we can take care of this. I think that this is something that we can handle, and once we do, we will get paid. So, yeah, I think we'll go do that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's see, what's the next thing we do? So the next thing I do, oh, so I rolled Doom. So let me zero rolled a 7. So I think I'm actually supposed to, for Doom, I think I'm supposed to take the next 2-digit number. So that would be a 60. So I rolled, whoops, I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I rolled a 60. Okay. And that is, hey, hi Kyle. Thanks for coming by. I have, I went through the whole thing earlier, but I'm really glad you decided to hop in. Right now I am so the scenario that I decided on is called there's a goblin loose on Icarus Station. Whoops, come on. There's a goblin on the loose in Icarus Station because I am a chaos goblin. I love it. And I'm very excited to finally meet this goblin. I've decided that the goblin is so the unfortunate part of doing a solo roleplay is that I know everything unless, there's random things that I can do. What am I doing here? I am doing that. So I can roll dice for a lot of things and make it random, and that's a good thing because that means that I don't know what's going to happen. But on the other hand, so for instance, I have to come up with facts. I don't think this is a normal thing you have to do as a. I've never run Mothership. I have to confess. So I think this is not a normal thing that you have to do when you're running Mothership. You come up with the facts, and the facts are just pretty much usually they're yes or no questions. So for instance, we walked into the airlock here on the ship, and we walked into comms and saw the dead body. And so one of the facts was there's the dead body in comms. And then I decided that another fact is that the goblin is in the equipment room. My NPCs, theoretically, I don't know that yet, but I had to come up with it. So, yeah. So, and I'm using the solo rules. These are, I'm gonna that's 14. Okay. I'm using Lone Star, the solo rules for Mothership that are written by Parts Per Million. And I mean, I know there are other parts, or there are other sets of solo rules, but I got a bundle, so I was like, hey, we'll have to, if you're cool with it, we'll have to talk about that at some point because I'm very curious, and I plan to run a bunch of solo RPGs on this channel. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna try it. So, yeah, I just like the whole introspection and sort of I know the story, but I also don't know the story, and trying not to metagame in that sort of thing. So let's see. I was on page 14. Okay. So I did the facts. I did the crew behavior. So now, at any point where you don't know enough about your scene, that is when you would resort to either facts you generated for inspiration or to an open or closed question. Okay, so I am going to say that my character, I think actually Jeremiah would do it because he's the problem solver, right? So he's going to go straight over to Wyrick, the dead body, and he's going to inspect the dead body. So I'm going to have him roll. And the way that I do rolls in this, the way that I do rolls in this is by using the numbers that I've generated on my little blockchain thingy. Okay, so my first roll would be I'm gonna have him roll, let's see, personality traits. Oh, they see dead body, so they all roll stress first. So stress, or they roll fear save. So what I want to do is I want to, let's see, roll under that? Yeah, roll under that fear save. So I roll a D100. So I got an 86 on my person, Ariana. And that's not great. I'm gonna save for fear. Let's see. Her skills: athletics, military, explosives. I don't think she's really gonna. Nah, I don't think military training is not going to train you to see dead bodies. Military experience is going to do that, but this is military training. So she is going to roll. Yeah, she's gonna roll for oh, and we have the androids, so we all have to roll at disadvantage because of course we do. Yeah, so oh shoot, she would have, if she didn't have to roll at disadvantage, she would have succeeded. But she failed on her fear save, which means that her stress goes up 1. Okay, so wait. Everybody, oh wait, this is not max, this is min. But I'm gonna say that I'm just gonna use that stress. Okay, so her stress is gonna go up by 1. Okay. Is that right? Am I doing that right? Yeah. Okay. So all right. So now I'm gonna roll for the next person, which is Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah is going to take the 1, so he critically succeeded on his fear roll, which means that his stress does not go anywhere. Wait, no, panic, nope. Okay, so he's still at 2. Dwayne is going to roll a 66, which, dear gods, thank you that we're not playing Delta Green, but that is a failure, I think. Wait. Let's look at his fear. Oh no, his fear is 85. So that's actually a success. So that would be a critical success in Delta Green, but of course it's not. So that's actually all of my double-digit numbers. So here I'm gonna roll for Emmeline, and she rolled a 64. And I think hers is, because she's an android, I think her fear is really high. Yeah. So she also succeeded. So everybody succeeded except my character, which is awesome. So 2 and 2. Oh, shoot. It was a disadvantage. So does that mean that... Okay, he did not get a... I'm going to say critical success would have meant that he actually got rid of 1. Although he starts at 2 anyway. So, I'm just going to say he succeeded because the next one, 66, actually would not have succeeded. So, I'm going to... So he actually... Because of the androids, his stress went up by 1. Okay, so 46 and 7. Those are both successes. And 8. The androids are really rolling really well. And 16. Those are both successes. Okay, so the androids are not stressed at all. We, the humans, are stressed. Okay, so because we saw a dead body. Okay, so Jeremiah is gonna go and inspect the body. I'm gonna have him roll an intellect roll. So let's see. I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit so I don't have to keep moving so fast. Okay, so he's gonna roll an intellect roll. He succeeded on his intellect roll. So he inspects the body and he discovers that... Sorry, hold on. Wyrick. Okay. He discovers that he has multiple stab and bite wounds. His skin is gray. There's blood everywhere. There's a severed arm laying on the control panel nearby, which we already saw. He notices that Wyrick's finger is resting on the record button of a cassette recorder. A cassette sits in standby, having recently recorded an incoming transmission. Okay. So we know that they got something, an incoming transmission. We know that Wyrick recorded it, but let's see. I don't know. I think let's see. Should I roll for that? Because I might make a player, if I was running this, I might make a player roll to see if they notice that there's a cassette and you should play it. Okay. So I think that he is also going to have to roll. That's combat. I'm gonna write the whole thing because I keep thinking that's communications. Okay. I'm gonna have him Nah, he succeeded on his intellect roll, and he succeeded pretty well. So he sees the cassette tape, and he goes ahead and plays it. And on the cassette, we hear hundreds of high, whiny voices cackling between heavy interference. A cacophony of goblin laughter mixing with the cosmic background radiation. Oh no, there's more of them. Okay, so we are going to I think, does he play it? I think he plays it out loud. He has to play it out loud. So I think all of us are going to do another fear test because hearing a bunch of goblins cackling is fucking scary. So we're all gonna do another fear test. Okay, so my fear test, I got a 25, so I succeeded. Oh, I have to do it at disadvantage. I forgot. I hate the disadvantage. 53. Damn it. So Ariana apparently is really jumpy. Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so Ariana's gonna go up to 4 stress, which is because she's really fucking jumpy. Okay, so now I'm going to so that is a Jeremiah got another critical success. But he also got a 45, which is a fail. And because it's disadvantage, he's going to go up again in stress. He's stressed out again. Okay, so my question is, do androids have to... I think androids have to do the fear test at a disadvantage as well, because they freak each other out. That's really funny to me, actually. Okay, so I think they're both going to pass it, though. That's an 11 and a 37. So yeah, he passed. And that is... Ooh, a 98. And a 72. Damn. So they did not pass. So the stress goes up by 1. Okay. I really like that. Okay. So now I'm going to, let's see. Hold on a sec. Da-da-da. Come on, map. Okay, so we're in comms. So now we're going to go into the common room. And hold on a sec. Everybody who failed the fear test draws their weapons, which I have a combat shotgun, Jeremiah's got a nail gun, and Emmeline's got a boarding axe. Dwayne has a flamethrower, which he has not drawn. Okay, so we go into the comms room. We saw those through the windows in the comms room, remember? Okay, where's the comm room? Here it is. I need to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so the common room. There's a large central operations table surrounded by chairs and the common room. Central operations table in the center. Yeah. There's a small kitchen in one corner. There's a blood trail leading across the room from comms into observations. doors to comms, which we came through, the equipment room, observations, and the upper habitat uh, are on the walls. There's an open vent near the upper hab door. Okay. So, because there's an open vent, I think that Jeremiah, who's real gung ho, whoops, Jeremiah, who's real gung ho, is gonna add a problem solver. Is going to immediately move toward the upper habitat area. Ariana is kind of moving, or no, Ariana's covering their 6. Dwayne and Emmeline let's see. Indecisive, dedicated, callous, timid, problem solver. So Dwayne is going to see that there's a there was a nope, there's no computer or anything in here. Sorry. There's a small kitchen in one corner. Dwayne is going to go investigate the kitchen area. Emmeline is just going to kind of stay behind Ariana because she is indecisive, romantic, careless, pessimistic, and living off past glories. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. At this point, do I think that that everybody's going to follow Jeremiah to the upper hab unit? I think so. Dwayne, because he's so dedicated and because he doesn't have that stress, his stress did go up. I think that Dwayne is going to continue to look at the kitchen area, which I'm going to say is down over here. And Dwayne finds, so I'm going to have Dwayne make, I'm using this sort of as a perception or spot hidden roll to talk about different excuse. Okay. But Dwayne is going to make an intelligence check. And let's see, what are his skills? Math, computers, linguistics, and hacking. I don't think any of those help. Okay, so he's just going to make a straight intelligence check. What is with all these crit ones? He got a crit success. So he finds a clue. So I am going to say that he finds something to do with, okay. Hold please while I figure this out. There. Something to do with, oh, by the way, real quick, the donate link, that's my coffee, of course. But what I've decided to do is that any money that y'all decide to donate during the stream, while stream is going, I am going to donate part of it most of it actually, to the creators of Mothership and this module and the solitary rules. So I'm going to split it up between the three people because I like to pay people for what they do because they do hard things and they make my life easier. So, anyway, that's my donate link. If you want to donate anything, I'll give some of it, most of it, to what, Matt? What? What? I know, right? I'm a bad capitalist. I'm such a bad little capitalist. But ha ha ha. Secretly, you didn't know that I was a socialist all along. What are you talking about? What? Um, but anyway, uh so yeah, if you want to help me give the creators of these different scenarios and stuff a little bit of extra compensation, that would be that'd be awesome. Thank you. Okay. And I am sorry, I am trying to figure out what extra thing he finds. Okay, so I think he is going to find, I mean, that could be, in fact, he opens up one of the cabinets and there's a big box of ho-hos. And so, shit, you know what? Okay, he finds, because I'm me, he finds a box of ho-hos and there are 4 ho-hos in the box left. And if you eat a ho-ho, your stress goes down by 1 to a minimum of 2. That is what he find. Ooh, Holian! Yay, Raiders! Hi! Welcome in. This is a solo stream of, obviously it's a solo stream, what am I talking about? But it's a stream of a solo hack of Mothership. Hey Holian! Thank you for coming in! I got my first raid. I'm so excited. Yay! No, I'm sorry, this is not the Crow game because I can go back to the Crow game, but we played 2 sessions of it and I got out of the fledgling stage and I have it wrong, don't I? Yes. So I'm playing, because I did it wrong, I'm playing Lone Star. Go me. There are VODs of the Crow game. If you would like to see VODs of the Crow game, I made a raven in a cyber world, and my raven was named Data, D4T4. And I flew around and did fun things. And I found a lot of shiny things. I did a lot of stealing because that's awesome, fun, stealing from people, ravens stealing anyway. People stealing from people, not cool. But ravens stealing stuff from like retired web developers, that's fun. And Data found a mate. I found a mate at some point. It was pretty cool. And yeah, so it was very fun. And I really like the Crow game, so I probably will revisit it at some point. But right now we're playing Lone Star, which is a solo hack of Mothership. I think I already said that. Mothership is a game of like survival horror. Think think Alien and Event Horizon. And it's it's got this really cool thing called a panic engine, which means that your character does really dumb shit if you panic, and that's always fun because yeah, you're usually so Mothership usually takes place in like in space, so it's like a kind of a sci-fi setting. Sci-fi survival horror is what I would call it, I guess. And all the it's one of those games where you're like you start playing and you know you're going to go crazy. You just don't know how yet. And that's the fun part. That's what I really like about it. And yeah, so wait, let me go back to this. And that's what I really like about doing Mothership. Of course, Colleen, after stream care is very important. So go eat the foods, drink the drinks, uh, rest and stuff, and yeah, we'll be around. And I love you too. Wait, I did that wrong. Wow. Um, brain, not braining. Uh, so yeah, go visit Julian. Wait, I still haven't set up the shoutouts, which I need to do because Phoenix helped me set up the shoutouts sometime. But go to check out Julian's stream because she's awesome and she does a lot of crafts and stuff, and then like cozy games uh the I know you've been playing Shipbreaker. Did you play Shipbreaker today? The one where you like break down spaceships in space, which is pretty cool. I enjoy the uh the breaking down of things. Good. Cool. Yeah, I enjoy the like pulling parts out of things and then like shooting them into a little portal. We only exploded a little. Okay, so there was some science though. You did do some science. That's good. Good to know. Um, and yeah, so go check out Julian because Julian is an awesome being and I love her. And she often does science on her stream, which means blowing things up, but not in real life because usually we don't blow things up in real life. Um, we only do it in video games. That's why we play video games, basically. Basically, yes. I agree with this, Matt. I agree with this assessment. Uh, I make things go poof, you know. Mixing chemicals and stuff like that. But if I write it down, it's science. All right. Uh, I was doing a thing. Oh, he found the hose, the magical hose, the magical stress reducing hose. Hold on, I'm literally writing in my notes magical stress reducing. Because okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, ready for the shameless plug? For anyone who doesn't know, I'm part of the cast of the Lovecraft tapes, and we have a thing about hose. I don't actually know how that started. It started because didn't it start? It started because Matt's character liked ho-hos, or no, Harcourt liked ho-hos. Anyway, so uh, if you want to see me run around again like a chicken with my head cut off, You can come see us. We record at 7 Eastern on the Lovecraft tapes. It's a podcast, so you can get it from any podcatcher. And we also record live at, wait, is it the Lovecraft tapes or is this just Lovecraft tapes? Okay. We record live every Sunday at uh right, right. We started with the hose as a joke, and then Jeremy, who is our keeper, basically wrote them into the story. Because we're such nut jobs. And yeah, so that's where that came from and went. But anyway, if you'd like to see us play Call of Cthulhu, it's a Call of Cthulhu. Oh, I should have mentioned that. Sorry, it's a Call of Cthulhu actual play, and yeah, we go live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and record live, and you can catch the podcast from any podcatcher. Jeremy does a nice job of, you know, making me sound like I actually know what I'm doing. Yeah. So shameless plug over. So now we're gonna go down to. So let's see. So I'm in the common room. So Dwayne is over here at the kitchenette, and he's finding the magical hose. And the rest of us, Jeremiah and Ariana and Emmeline, are going to go up to upper habitation. So we go into the cabinet. Or, sorry, I'm reading things and whatever. Okay, we go into the hallway. So we go through this door, and we find nothing in this hallway. And we're creeping along. And I think Jeremiah's in front with his nail gun. And Emmeline is between us, so like she's in the middle. And then Ariana is, taking up the rear and with her combat shotgun. And we're definitely doing like the Scooby Doo do 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 do. Yeah, so we look awesome. Okay, so Jeremiah gets to the door that leads from the hallway into upper habitation. By the way, we don't know that this is the upper habitation place or whatever. Actually, no, yeah, we don't know about it. We don't know that it's upper hab. We just know that it's a hallway and it's a door. So we go to the door, and it does that little shh, the sci-fi sound effect that everybody loves, including me, from Star Trek, where the doors kind of I can't really do it. And so Jeremiah is pointing his nail gun in, and he looks around, and I feel like this is the person in Upper Hab is Benson. So inside the room, the first thing we see from the door is that there are two bunks. And I think the bunks are probably right here. So there are two bunks, so like it's bunk beds. And there's a revolver on the floor nearby. And we hear crying. And so Jeremiah hears the crying, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? So he goes into the room, and he comes toward he comes around and sees Benson. And Benson is uninjured and crying. The small on the bunk beds are labels like who's in each bed. And on one of the beds is the label Wyrick. And we don't know that dude. Actually, nah, he just had a severed arm. So he'd probably have his name tag on. His name tag said Wyrick. So we know that Wyrick was the body we found in here. And the other bunk has a label that says Benson. We also see a vent near the wall. And we don't know where the vent leads. Okay. So, let me look at Benson. Okay, so Benson is the mission lead. He's a well-trained... So we get this from talking to him, because we can actually talk to this dude, because he's alive. A well-trained coward, has a revolver, and it's the only gun on board. So we find out through talking to him that it's the only gun on board. He's panicking and he's incoherent because of it. He saw Wyrick get torn to pieces in comms and ran to this hab. He has no idea where the goblin came from. But he knows it uses the vents to get around faster than they can. Okay. So because he knows that, I think that he probably has like a big old chest or like a wardrobe or something pulled over on top of the vent so that nothing can get through, because he's a coward. And so the gun is laying on the floor, and we find out that it's his gun, but for some reason he's not holding it because he's a coward and an idiot. Yeah, so we're like, okay, you can go back through comms. So come back with us. We'll go to the common room and we'll send him back through comms and back to our ship. And we tell him just to like close his eyes and not think about Wyrick while he asks the corpse, because we're not very nice. Hold on a sec. 2 of my crew members are callous, so yeah. So Jeremiah and Dwayne are both callous, and Jeremiah is blunt. Jeremiah is like, wow, you let this all go to shit, huh? And Dwayne, who's not in the room with us, but remember he's back in the common room. And Emmeline is, I think Emmeline, who's following us, is, when she sees Benson, she's like, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're just all gonna die. You know, whatever this thing is, this goblin or whatever, is going to kill us all. We're all gonna die, and nobody's gonna know about us. And then Benson is gonna go ahead and die. And like, we're all gonna die. We're never gonna go off this ship. Let me see. Yeah, so so we are going to And he tells us where this vent goes. Also, Benson is going to tell us that this vent right here goes to the other vent in the other habitation quarters unit, whatever. Okay, so we are going to say, come with us, we'll go back to the common room, and then we're going to send you back to our ship. So Benson comes with us. I think, are we going to let him keep his pistol? I think Jeremiah is going to take the pistol. He's going to be like, you clearly don't know how to use this. And he's just going to like stick it in the waistband of his pants. Which means that Jeremiah now has a pistol as well. Okay. So we're going to bring Benson back to the common room. Let's see, the common room, does it tell where that vent goes? No, I think we're just going to, so we look around for some furniture. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if we have anything that we can put on the, oh, you know what? Okay, so Jeremiah is going to roll and use his jury rigging skill, which is a +10, and he's going to roll strength. So because he's using a skill, he gets a +10 to the strength, so he's actually trying to roll under a 51. Okay, and he still failed. So we don't find anything to put on top of that vent. And really, there's nothing in the common room that we could put on top of the vent. I mean, we could put like a chair there because there's a table of chairs. So I'm gonna put the chair on top of a vent, but I mean it won't hold anything. And let's see, isn't the vent open? Yeah, the vent is open. So let's see. Does anybody have anything? Oh, you know what? I have a leash. So I could try to, I'm assuming that the vent has a cover because so actually, you know what? I'm going to have I'm going to have Jeremiah make that strength roll at advantage because Ariana's going to help him or try to help him. Do we think Ariana brought the dog? I don't think Ariana brought the dog. Okay, so that is a 20, which means that is a success. So that means that comms room upper hab and back to the common room. Okay, so Jeremiah investigates the body in the common room. Oops, in the cumin room. Damn it. Sorry. Too many hotkeys. Okay, in the common room, Dwayne investigates the kitchen and finds 4 magic hose. 4 magic hose. Oops. -1 stress. Then Jeremiah and Ariana and Emmeline find Benson huddled in upper cab, and we bring him back down to the common room. And send him to our ship, which we decided was the Uranus. Okay. NBC's Benson. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So Benson is the only NPC we meet. And I'm gonna say that actually this is the end of the scene. So at the end of the scene, everybody is in the common room. Oops. We've sent Benson. Oops. I keep wanting to spell his name another way. We've sent Benson back to the Uranus. Okay. So, I am gonna call it there because, yeah, my jaw's a little tired. So, this has been fun. I'll pick this up next week. Let's do, I don't know. Do you want to do Tuesday at 7 again? Is everybody cool with that? And then next time we will start with another new scene. Right now we're in the common room. We have not met the goblin yet. But he's right next door. Our characters do not know that. We still have to explore the rest of the ship. I'm gonna say Benson didn't know, or he was he was too insensate to actually tell us about the layout of the rest of the ship. Um, yeah, so next we're going to go either to equipment or observation. And we are going to find that goblin, goddammit. we're gonna find that goblin and do something with it. Um Jeremiah clearly just wants to kill the goblin. Ariana's kind of like not. That is also a possibility. Um, if we end up going to observation, it might be that the goblin eventually finds us before we find the goblin itself. So that will be fun. I think I'm gonna leave that up to chance. I'm gonna roll the dice for that one. So, where we go and where the goblin goes next. So yeah, thank y'all for coming, and it was great to see y'all. And I can go back here, and remember, I'm gonna leave the link up, and for the next, I don't know, until 11 o'clock. So for the next 15 minutes, everything, all the donations that go into that come in at that link for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to donate part of them, most of them, to the creators of this game scenario, solar rolls, that kind of thing. So help me, compensate them. Help me give them a little something for being awesome, making stuff that makes my life easier. And so I'm gonna play this again next week, Tuesday at 7 Eastern. And I would like to wish you all a good night, and I would like to urge you to be kind to yourselves, because even if you feel like trash, you are some possum's treasure. Because it's true. Because I love you. And let's see, who is on? Can I read anybody? Oops, hold on a sec. Okay, the Twitch thing is losing its mind. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look over here. Hold on a sec. So Twitch. Okay, so let's see. Siren, Vin, Amber, Rain, and Soul and Fires. You know what? Let's go talk to Vin, because Vin's cool, and Vin does a lot of fun, horror games, and right now he is playing Content Warning, which was for today. That might be why he's playing it. Not gonna lie, that's why I would play it. Yeah, so let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Vin, is what we're gonna do. So if you'll stay along with me, please come along for the raid. And so I gotta remember how to do this. Okay, so we are raiding Vin. We're gonna go say hi. And if you'd come along with me, that'd be great. Give some more viewers to Vin. And he is playing Content Warning right now. And yeah. So it was a pleasure to see y'all. And I will see y'all next time. Same possum time, same possum place.